Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I know it has been a hot minute since I last put up a video and I am so sorry about that. I have been super busy at work and I just haven't found time to make really good quality content for you guys and also make it look nice, you know, not sitting in my tiny flat in a really miserably dark kind of atmosphere. So yes, that's why I've been away, but now I am back and I have made lots of great content for you guys, so hopefully lots of that will be out soon. Anyway, today I am here to talk to you guys about the 10 reasons or ways that zero waste living has truly changed my life. So let's just get straight into it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and obviously comment anything that you think in the comment section below and hit that little notification bell so that you never ever miss another video. So starting with number 1 is that it has super improved all of my relationships, from my friends to my family to even with my boyfriend, because it means that I'm spending so much less time focusing on stuff and what I look like and kind of accumulating things that will make me feel cooler, make me feel prettier, you know, all that kind of nonsense advertising that really has nothing to do with how I feel. So yeah, it has really improved my relationships because it's taken my attention away from stuff and put that time and energy and emotion all into those relationships and making them the best that they can possibly be. Number 2 is I finally truly love myself for who I actually am. I had spent so many years wanting to be skinnier, wanting to be shorter, wanting to be prettier, having a smaller nose, having perfectly straight hair, having, you know, dyeing it several different colors, wanting to be blonde. And now I finally feel like I've got to a point where, do you know what? I don't care about that, because what I'm doing and how I'm projecting my life is so much more important. You know, I go to work every day and I don't care about what I look like. No one there cares about what I look like. They care about my brain and they care about what I have to offer to the job. They don't care that I haven't necessarily brushed my hair very well, or, you know, that I'm not wearing any makeup. Obviously I'm wearing makeup today, but that's because I want to look good for the camera and for you guys and for myself. You know, I want to create a really nice image so that it's something nice to watch. But when I'm at work every day, like, I don't care. I often end up spending most of the day in my cycling leggings that I cycle to work in, and who cares? Like, it's not about what I look like, it's about who I am as a person. So number 2 is definitely I finally truly love myself for who I am. Number 3 is I finally feel proud of what I'm doing for the first time in my life, with what I'm doing with social media, with social justice, with, you know, my career, and I'm only really just getting started. So I feel finally proud of what I'm doing and I don't feel embarrassed to tell people what I'm trying to achieve. And that is something I think is so powerful, especially for me. Number 4, on a far more practical level, is I have a much tidier house or flat and kitchen, living room area. Maybe not my bedroom, but that's because I have gotten into secondhand clothing a bit too much. But the less stuff you have, the less stuff you have to put away, and the less stuff that clutters up your house, and you have far more time to go and do other stuff rather than constantly clearing up after yourself. Number 5 is kind of leading on from that, but I actually finally truly do appreciate the stuff that I actually have, because I don't just buy stuff because I don't feel very good that day, or I really want to keeping up with like the latest trends and stuff like that. Instead, I save my money and I actually buy things that I need or will enrich my life in some way. Which leads me on to number 6, which is I have been able to save a ton of money because I have not been buying and consuming, especially first-hand things are super expensive. Second-hand is obviously the way to go, and because I've been saving so much money on not buying like new fashion things, not constantly buying makeup. Today I even borrowed my mum's makeup because I didn't want to go out and just buy makeup just to look nicer for the video, because I really don't have much makeup anymore because I hardly ever wear it. Sorry, the sun is crazy. It keeps going in and out and bright and not. And because I've been able to save a ton of money, I've been able to put that money either into savings or donate some of it, or even actually put it into stuff that I love. So recently I've really fallen in love with photography, and that's been able to give me a wonderful outlet of my creativity. And saving so much money has enabled me to invest in some beautiful lenses to make sure that I am actually able to, you know, take my photography to a much more professional level. And that has helped me to help smaller companies, you know, with product photography, and, you know, influencers who I would love to help and just give them some free photography in exchange for, you know, either just some friendship or some skills, something like that. And that's far more valuable to me. Even the lens that I'm filming on now I bought secondhand from a friend, and it was much cheaper. And also, because I'd saved that money, I was able to get a lens that would enable me to make hopefully very beautiful videos. Number 7, it has given me a much bigger appreciation that my basic needs are met. So I don't have to worry about food insecurity. I don't have to worry about contaminated water. I don't have to worry about polluted air, a roof over my head, or where my next meal is coming from. And I feel incredibly appreciative that that is my situation. I am a white, privileged, socioeconomically sound woman living in the Western kind of world, living in London. And I didn't truly appreciate the things that I have until much more recently, and getting into this zero waste lifestyle. And with that appreciation came a huge amount of empathy for those who have far less than me. And it's been able to kind of direct my life into ensuring that maybe I can do the best that I can for those who have far less than me. Which nicely leads me on to number 8. Zero waste living has given me a true passion and purpose to my life, which in turn has given meaning and is giving meaning to my life. Being able to completely transform what my purpose was on this planet into something that has given me immense meaning is, I think, a truly spectacular thing. And without it, I'd probably still be concerned with what I look like, with what I'm going to buy next, rather than who I'm going to help next. And again, leads me on to number 9, which is, it has truly made me personally a much better person. It has given me a much better grounding into what it is to be a human being and what it is to be kind. I have learned an incredible amount recently, which has, again, made me a better person. But it's because zero waste living has forced me into understanding what this movement is truly about, who this movement really affects, and it has just opened my eyes to the wonderful intersectionality of this movement. You know, I think, and I've mentioned this before, how important language is, and I think it's incredibly interesting the way we use language to talk about certain issues. And I've always shied away from talking about issues to do with racism and environmental racism and things like that. And that's because I have been terrified of offending anyone, and I've been worried that I would have, you know, got it wrong. But now it's kind of got to the point where it's like, do you know what? It doesn't matter if I necessarily get it wrong. It matters that I use my platform to talk about these issues. And if you haven't heard of environmental racism, it's not the environment being racist. It is the people in power are the people who are able to kind of not control the environment, but control the systems and policies we have in place in the environment. And of course, those people have the capability of being racist. And I think that that's an issue that I've started to learn a lot about. And I think that you guys should definitely go and check it out. I'm going to put some resources down below of people that you should go and follow and check them out. But it's also broadened my kind of knowledge on how frontline communities are obviously going to be the most hard hit by climate change and plastic pollution. I was watching a plastic documentary about how people in Manila, for example, in the Philippines, there used to be a paradise there, and now that water is completely clogged with plastic. And when plastic gets burnt or it creates heat and toxicity, it has made people infertile and given them cancer. And those people are the people who are not in an economic situation where they're able to move. And, you know, that's something that I think we all need to think about when we're doing our zero waste journey, because those are the people who are affected the most by our actions, not millions, thousands of miles away. So yes, it has not only made me a better person, but a more knowledgeable person, and I am reading wonderful things like Bad Feminism by Roxanne Gay, which is a fabulous book. She's fiercely intelligent. She's coming from a black, female, middle-class American perspective, and she talks a lot about privilege and even her own privilege whilst also facing discrimination. And I think it's just such an interesting juxtaposition and getting it from her perspective. So it's a set of essays. I'll put it down below just to remind you, but you should 100% read that. And also Naomi Klein's This Changes Everything. But anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore about that because I want to dedicate a whole other video to that, and I don't want to say anything that is slightly wrong because I haven't finished reading all of these things. But yeah, that's number 8, really long one, or number 9 rather. And number 10, which I probably have spoken quite a lot about just now, and number 9, but it has given me the time and the energy to invest my time into other things that aren't material or consumer sort of like based. So instead of going and shopping, I will spend time cycling or reading or photography. As I've mentioned, I love photography. And now, because I'm shopping less and doing less stuff that's not really zero waste, it means I have the time to go and do all of these fun things that I love that are not consumer based. I suppose I'm consuming knowledge when I'm reading and stuff like that, but it's a positive thing and it's a much better way of spending my time. And obviously now I have time to think about what I can make videos for, about, etc, etc. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm trying not to make videos that are too long. If you have any resources for me about intersectionality, about how white people can uplift the voices of Black, Indigenous, people of colour, that would be really, really helpful for me, because I want to start using this platform in a real way that actually doesn't alienate anyone, but instead represents everybody who wants to be a part of this movement, and also educate people on the people who are affected the most by our individual choices. Again, Roxanne Gay's Bad Feminism essays, I really recommend you reading. And yes, I think I'm going to leave it there because those are the 10 ways that zero waste living has really, really changed my life. And of course, being on YouTube is going to be something that has been instrumental in those changes as well, because I have learned so much from you guys and from my own research, but it's definitely changed me completely as a person, and I couldn't be happier. Also, I'm sorry, but my hair has never looked this good before, and it's because I've been doing the no shampoo thing. I mean, I washed it with Castile soap today to make it look nice for the camera, but I mean, it's never been in this good condition before, and that's thanks to zero waste. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and comment any ways that you think that you've changed because of your transition, or even how you've changed other people. Anyway, lots of great content coming to you soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, see you later.